This year, Jaylen Brown is averaging career highs in points, rebounds, assists, and field goal percentage, averaging 26.6 points, 6.9 rebounds, 3.5 assists per game on 49.1% from the field. And these numbers are an increase from last year when he was already considered to be one of the best two-way players in the NBA and one of the best sidekicks in the NBA. I think that he, on his own team, could be a superstar and could lead a team to a solid playoff run and a deep playoff run. And there's a lot of guys that are considered to be superstars in the NBA that I would take Jaylen Brown over. One of those guys, including Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, and other guys that I think are considered to be superstars in the league. And I think that Jaylen Brown is better and more efficient than all of those guys. Last year in the finals, Jason Tatum did not have his best series, and I don't mean to hate on Jason Tatum. I think that Jason Tatum is an amazing player. He's an incredible scorer, and he's a good defender as well. But I think that Jaylen Brown does not get the flowers that he deserves, as he stepped up big in the finals last year, and he was the reason why the NBA Finals went to 6 games, and he shouldered the scoring load for the Celtics in the playoffs and in that final series especially. And I just was so impressed by Jaylen Brown last year, and this year he's been even better, averaging more points, and like I said, averaging career highs in all 3 major statistics as well as field goal percentage. And if Jaylen Brown can be an efficient scorer for the Boston Celtics, I think that he's the best Robin to Jason Tatum's Batman in the entire NBA. And I don't think it's close. I think they're the best duo in the league, and I think that this duo can carry the Celtics to the NBA Finals again this year, and I think they have a good chance of winning the NBA Finals this year. I think they have the best core, but I think that Jaylen Brown is the key factor to winning this NBA Finals for the Boston Celtics, because if the defense keys in on Jason Tatum and he has a bad game by his standards and he's shooting 2 for 10 at halftime, or he goes 5 for 17 in a game, I think Jaylen Brown is the one that has to step up and shoulder the scoring load, because he has shown that he can score 40 points in a game, 45 points in a game, and win the team the game on his back. And there are a lot of instances in the last year's playoffs and throughout this season where Jason Tatum has had a rough game, as all superstars do. And again, I'm not trying to hate on him, but Jaylen Brown has stepped up in those games, and that's why I think that having Jaylen Brown and having this number 2 guy who's also a superstar is so important for a team to have. And I just want to say, I think that Jaylen Brown is a superstar. Not many people classify him as a superstar. They classify him as the star to Jason Tatum's superstar. But I think on any other team, if Jaylen Brown was drafted to any other team that didn't have a superstar, I think that he would be considered a superstar right now, and I think he'll be considered a top 10 player in the NBA, because his skill set, both offensively and defensively, is just so immense, and he can really raise a team's floor both offensively and defensively, and he can be the best player on both ends at any given time during any given game. The thing that I love about Jaylen Brown the most is that even if he doesn't have an amazing game offensively, even if he only has 20 to 22 points, which is still a solid game, but Jason Tatum is the one that scores the majority of the points and carries the offensive load, Jaylen Brown can lock down the other team's best wing player. And I know that they have guys like Marcus Smart and Robin Williams, but Jaylen Brown is their best wing defender, and it really adds to the Celtics team defense, which is incredible. And I think if they get to the conference finals against Milwaukee, I think Jaylen Brown will be the key factor in stopping Giannis Antetokounmpo and winning the Celtics that series and going to the NBA Finals. And I think that he's going to be the one that's primarily tasked with shutting down Giannis. And of course, stopping Giannis is not an easy task. It's not a one-man task either. And it's going to take a whole team defense. It's going to take 3 levels of defense. But I think Jaylen Brown is the one most equipped to guarding him. And on the offensive side of the ball, Jaylen Brown is obviously not a liability. He's averaging 26 points per game, and he's going to give you buckets. And he can impact the game so well, both offensively and defensively, like I said before. And he's one of my favorite players to watch. And I think that he's the Celtics X factor going forward in this NBA playoffs, and if they want to make a championship run this year. Thank you all for watching. God bless you all. I hope you have an amazing day. Let me know other types of NBA, NHL, and NFL content that you like me to make, and make sure to subscribe for those types of content.